Hello, my beauties. Hello, hello. Uh, this it's even heavy thinking about it. Um, I have a message um, that I think it's it's so on the head. It's so direct. It's so specific, but it's so overlooked, undervalued. Um, so everybody, I mean, if you've been living for 5 minutes, right? You know this world we live in ain't no joke, right? Potential for wars over here, and you got everything going on from the pandemic to um, loss of life, right? We have tragedy everywhere you turn, right? You turn on the news, you might witness something happening right in front of you, right? This world we live in ain't no joke. But the piece I want to talk about is it's time for us to be honest. It's time for us to tell ourselves the truth because it's right on the nose, right? But the reality is we create the world that we live in. So many of us claim to be tired and fed up and done with what's happening around us, what's transpiring within our lives, when a simple change of course, change of actions, being honest with ourselves and our loved ones, starting at home, can literally help to begin to course correct our neighborhoods, course correct our communities, course correct our schools, course correct within the churches. And it starts with being honest. We have kids who will be 2, 3, 4, 5 years old. When kids that young are stealing and lying and doing stuff like that, we think it's funny. We think it's cute. Oh, they're so cute. They cussed me out. They're so cute. They yelled at me. That's cute. Nope. Because then when they're 10 and when they're 15 and when they're 20 and they're still hollering, cussing people out, talking to people crazy, being disrespectful, they're going to meet somebody who they're not going to be able to just get it. It's not going to be a laughing matter anymore. Right? Or at 15 and 20 years old, they're still stealing. Or Lord forbid, they've graduated to something worse, right? And then now your baby is in jail. Your baby is down at the juvenile hall. Like, it started when they were 2, when they lied for the first time, when they were stealing at 2, at 3, and 4, and 5. But at that age, you think it's cute. At that age, you think it's funny. At that age, you think it's not a problem. But whatever a parent or a guardian or a person that a child looks up to, whatever that person encourages or don't say anything about, that child is going to continue to do. That child is going to continue to think it's okay. And then so that 5-year-old becomes a 15-year-old and a 20-year-old. And then now they're having to figure out that every decision creates a particular outcome. Actions have consequences. Come here, somebody. Y'all listen to me. Actions have consequences. Stop raising your children and stop teaching yourself that you're untouchable, that you can do whatever the hell you want to do without reaping any without reaping any not benefits, but without reaping any consequences from those actions. Let me come here, somebody. Listen to me. You are very touchable. Listen to me. You are very touchable. I'm going to say it one more time because I don't think y'all listening to me. You are very touchable. I don't know who told you you wasn't, but y'all, we create the world that we live in. It starts with us. It starts at home. It starts with us, the parents, the guardians, the people, especially who are guiding these babies, raising them to think that certain things are okay when they're not. We're one choice at a time choosing to create the world that we live in. We're choosing to create the world that we live in. And then we're crying wolf about the outcomes that we're creating based off of the choices that we're making. If most of us are saying that we're fighting for equality, we're fighting for justice, we're fighting for peace, we're fighting for love, we're fighting for harmony, we're fighting for balance, if we're saying these things, but then look at the world we're living in. 90% of us can't be losing to the 10%. Not if we're actually doing the work. Not if we're actually putting in the time. Those numbers, even if you're not a math head, those numbers don't add up. Y'all, it's time to be honest. It's time to tell the truth. Dig deep within ourselves and say, man, I need to do better. I need to make sure I'm on top of my children and the things that they're doing and the choices that they're making and the stuff that they're putting out here in this world. I need to be on top of myself and help hold myself and my spouse accountable. I need to show up in my community. I need to show up in my church. I need to show up in my neighborhood. It ain't about you. But you get to be the difference. You get to be the difference every day when you wake up and make a decision on however you choose to live your life that day. Are you going to decide? Are you for love? Are you for peace? Are you for harmony? Are you for balance? Are you for truth and justice? Because based off of a lot of our actions, we're not for truth. We're not for justice. We're not for peace. We're not for love. Based off of a lot of our actions. We can't say one thing and do something else. Our actions have to align with what we're saying and vice versa. You can't tell me you love me and treat me like shit. You can't talk to me. You can't talk to me like a piece of shit and then treat me like you love me. Some ain't adding up. Time to tell ourselves the truth, my beauties. Time to tell ourselves the truth, y'all. Like for real. Look at our communities. Look at our neighborhoods. Look at our churches. Honestly, before I get out of here, ask yourself this. Every day when I wake up, every week at the end of my week, every month at the end of my month, can I honestly say that the decisions and the things to the best of my ability, can I honestly say that the choices that I made were for the betterment of my home, myself, my children, my family, my neighborhood, my community? Can I honestly say that all or most all of the decisions that I made this week, this month, or this day were for the betterment of me, my family, my community, my neighborhood? Can you honestly say that? If not, if you cannot say that with all certainty and with every fiber in your bone, it's time for you to make some changes. It's time for you to wake up. It's time for you to be more conscious. It's time for you to be more aware of the decisions that you're making and the outcome it is creating. Because one thing we have to remember is that the decisions, the choices that we make, a lot of the times affect more than just us. I hear it so much where people say, it's my life, I get to make this, da da da. Yeah, but the decisions you make a lot of the times affects your neighbor. And the fact that you don't care about your neighbor and how the decisions you're making can and does affect your neighbor startles me. That's not love. That's not peace. That's not harmony or balance. That's not justice or truth. It's not in alignment with any of those things. And I'm going to say this and I'm going to get off of here. If you are truly in alignment with self, if you are truly in alignment with self, then everything that you do for self is going to have an outward effect on others. If you are truly in alignment with self, then everything that you do for self will automatically have an outward effect, a positive outward effect on others. If what you're doing for yourself has a negative impact or effect on others, then you got to think about that. But I'm going to get off of here, y'all. I love y'all. If you have not heard it already today, you're beautiful. You're amazing. And I love you. Okay? I love you. Don't stop. Don't quit. You the shit. This is